Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week on Magnet Marketers. Today, we are diving into the topic, and the most popular topic on video marketing. So how do you use video to market your business effectively? As always, my co-host, Mike Gingrich, with me, co-founder of the popular social media app Tab Sites, and also the podcaster, the Digital Hill, podcaster of the Halftime Mike podcast and Digital Hill marketer. Myself, Jessica Phillips with Now Marketing Group and Relationship Marketing System. And we help companies build relationships by being found, being social on the line. So, Mike, this topic on video marketing, I was looking at some stats like before we got started to make sure I had some good ammo to really sell up video marketing. And it said that 50% of all online traffic is now used with video, like people watching videos and like engaging with videos. And I was blown away. And this came from HubSpot. I'm going to post some of these stats in here. And it was kind of mind blowing.
It's amazing how fast the landscape has changed in that regard. I mean, I think that when just put 15 months on it, really. I mean, just 15 months kind of thing, and how video has exploded just massively.
Nuts.
And smartphones have a tremendous amount to do with that, and the social media play with smartphones, but it's just, a phenomena that cannot be denied and must be looked at. And that's why it's a great topic to talk about today.
Do you feel like we've been like in this evolution too? It started out with like more content and more just words. And then it went, okay, there's a lot of that. Let's move into images. And then it was more infographics was the big thing. And, more people putting images out. And now it's video. Like everything is incorporating in video, even like websites now at the top, that video player, with the new, we were talking about the Parallax last week, it's the video is playing at the top. So it's just this evolution of just visual content, how we're absorbing content at this high level. So very cool.
So, and it's become more just, real time. And you think about that from images, infographics tell a little bit more of a story. And now video is just, the next iteration of that, basically, that it's almost, it is not quite live, but it's real, and it's, this is real time. So, I mean, and we're doing a blab, so that's exactly the latest version of video streaming, live streaming.
And I love it for being an evangelist, like I say, of relationship marketing, because video is that one piece of you that adds that human touch, and it cannot be duplicated. You may be able to hire out your content, right? You may be able to freelance some of that stuff out, even your images. But when it comes to video, it's you. It's raw, and people get a good feel for who you are, and there's no way to outsource it. So it's a level playing field on really getting your expertise out there, and showing who you really are is all right here. So
because you might have the same exact qualifications, skill set as someone else, but when somebody hears you, listens to you, they connect with you versus the other person. I mean, that's that connection, and that's valuable.
Exactly. And it can't be, like I said, it can't be duplicated. It can't be purchased. It cannot be outsourced, and it is all you. And the people that love that, conversations, and have that expertise, maybe their skill set wasn't in writing per se, but they just have the gift of speech and talk. So this is huge for them. And it's a very low cost way. And I want to break it down to the beginner's way of getting started with video, intermediate, and then expert. Kind of break it down that way on how you can use video for marketing, and those 3 levels, and then some tools you can use to get started, and then kind of wrap it up with some questions around video and some things that we've seen that's really just knocked it out of the park with video.
Right.
So let's start with the beginning level first. What are some areas that maybe it's a small business or just a solopreneur that's getting started, and they're like, you know what, I really am digging this video thing and I want to get started. Kind of what are some apps that they could use, or what is some advice that you would give them to get started with kind of getting their feet wet and using video marketing?
Yep. And I think I'm going to try to pull up a blog post as well, but I think that you should start with your mobile phone. if you're just trying to get started and get your feet wet, just because there are, a number of apps that enable you to do it. I mean, even just the native iPhone itself allows for a lot of great uses there. But I think if you're just going to get started and at that base level, I think, the iPhone, your smartphone, is a great way to go. You can get HD video there. And with a simple tripod, you can make it steady. I use this Gorilla tripod that's a desktop version, and it cost me $15, and I can set it up on a desk on top of a car and put my phone in it, hit record, back away, and shoot a minute video kind of thing, save that, clip the front, clip the back right there in the app, and I've got a video I can do multiple things with right then.
And it's awesome. And I do have to ask though, what is it with people when they do those 1 minute videos that they're always in their car?
Yeah, in their car, in their seat.
They're in their seat. They're just in their car. I don't know. But yeah, you can use that tripod. I've had that tripod too. And then I've even seen for audio, you can get a lapel mic that connects to iPhone that you can use for good audio if you're, want to have the audio just elevated up, so to speak. So you can do that right there. And you mentioned using that video multiple ways, like share a couple, like Instagram one, right? For shorter videos.
Yes. And for Instagram, I think you can do 15-second videos, obviously on Instagram there. And we need to talk about Facebook. I mean, obviously you can load them to YouTube as well. And a lot of people miss the fact that YouTube videos are readily uploaded to Pinterest, and that's a nice feature that Pinterest has there as well. So, I mean, that's just a couple ones. Going out a little further, I mean, you can do the Vine, 6-second type videos. That's a Twitter-owned tool there for video. But I think when you're talking about the key main players, you at this point in time have to still think about YouTube. You have to think about Facebook, and you have to think about Instagram.
Yeah. And I love Facebook video. I think we've talked about this in an earlier Magnet Marketer session, but the difference between uploading just a YouTube link to Facebook versus embedding your Facebook video. And there's so much more reach with just the embed of your video directly onto Facebook. It looks clean. 1, 2, it has it just like how your albums are on Facebook. You have an album library of video that you can go back to and repurpose and always have there on your page. But it's just going to get more views, and it auto plays kind of as people are scrolling through their news feeds, and it's going to cause that attraction versus a YouTube link. If you're just putting your YouTube video link in there, it's not going to start auto playing, the same way. So definitely using the Facebook embedded video is a great tip.
Yep. And I just put in the link there, some apps for editing. So these are little smartphone apps, anywhere from free to $4.99 kind of apps that you can do a lot with. So I think that's just what's powerful, is the ability to quickly and easily edit those. And to, like I said, I don't do a lot, but there's a few things that I do. I mean, if you're going to do 15-second video, I mean, you've got to be concise in that fact. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a difference between Facebook and YouTube videos. I don't know if you want to get into those differences now, but yeah.
You're spot on. There is definite differences in expectations when it comes from Facebook video to YouTube video. YouTube video, people have this expectation when they're going there that they want really good audio and really good video. So your videos that maybe you're taking in your car, although your lighting looks amazing from your dashboard, and maybe that's what it is all about when you're recording your videos from your car, but people expect to have high quality and those professionally done intros and exits, kind of the lower thirds even on some of the videos, and just more professionally done and edited quality video on YouTube. Then you can get away with Facebook. Before, I mean, the evolution of, you talk about video going back before you could do it on your smartphone, there were those like little flip cameras, that you could take around and you would upload those to YouTube. And then people were like, hey, you're not getting good audio on those. You need to amp up your game. And YouTube has evolved to that. But Facebook, you can get away with doing those videos right there. Still expecting good audio, but it's a definite difference.
Right. And I'm not a fan of shaking ones, you know, when you see that person out there and I don't know. I just,
The
I
selfie
like that.
video.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't think you
Even
can
the
be
selfie stick.
still enough. And so
Yeah.
that I'm one that thinks you need to up your game a little bit with that kind of tripod, keeping it still. I don't like shake.
Yeah. You know, one of my first videos on YouTube was this was we did tips for the Chamber of Commerce, and this was like before the tripods were like a big thing when the flip camera came out, and it
Yeah.
was how to steady your arm for when you're holding a flip camera, and it was like hold it right here and then hold your flip camera so you don't have the shake. That was like my first video tip way back in the day.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No, but
Yeah.
I think particularly with Facebook, then the uniqueness is the autoplay. Okay, so
Yes.
in the news feed,
Yep.
so when you're loading a video to Facebook, and that's great to do because they're going to autoplay. Even and you've seen the Instagram videos
Yep.
autoplay on
Yeah.
Facebook as well
Yeah.
because they're owned. Instagram's owned by Facebook. You know, it's important to understand that. But since it's autoplay, you know, when somebody's scrolling in their news feed, they might not see the first 2 or 3 seconds because as they're scrolling down, that video starts to play, and you know it's coming up in their feed, and
Yep.
there's no audio at that point in time. So that's what's key. You know, it's just like that. You
Yeah.
know, there's just it's a moving mouth. So you need to combat that by editing your video, and I think that's where Facebook videos, it's almost important to put a little, you know, subtitle line or some type of visual on the video, you know, just a little overlay. This is what we're talking about. This is what it's about. This is who I am, or that type of thing that can happen in that first 8 seconds, you know, between the beginning and 8 seconds. Most people are going to scroll up in that time period and see that. So that's the cue that can interact with them, orient them to what the video is about. So that's a uniqueness on Facebook.
Yeah, I like that tip. That's a great tip. Yeah, definitely. And even now, I love the video. If you are going to use video heavily on Facebook, the calls to action buttons that you have on Facebook, incorporate a video there to like redirect it to a page on your website. We found the video links on the calls to actions that then you can promote just have a great success rate when you're doing it well. And I can put a link to how to set up the calls to actions on Facebook here in just a moment. So what about, okay, you're getting started with Facebook video, your self videos. A couple that we didn't touch on are it's Blab, right?
Yep.
Meerkat, Periscope.
Yep.
Those are all ways to kind of get your feet wet with video, especially if you're not comfortable in front of the camera. You can just start kind of softly going out there, maybe joining in on a few sessions and showing your thought leadership. Maybe other people that are hosting blabs, maybe you're just sitting in watching them first and then absorbing kind of what they're doing and how the flow of a show or of the topic goes, and then start diving into a couple, get your feet wet, learn, add some feedback, and then start your own blab session, start your own Meerkat or Periscope, whatever the app of your choice is, yep. And get started with it. Have a core focus of what goal you're trying to reach, though, as you're doing this and you're thinking about your video strategy, and that's a whole other topic. But when you're getting started and you're diving in, like we've used Magnet Marketers here, our weekly series, to talk about things that just are commonly asked questions, almost like blog ideas, right? And we're discussing it together, coming up with the questions that other people would ask in addition to this topic, and then using that to kind of feed our blogs and to answer questions for clients and potential clients. That
right.
was the whole goal and strategy of ours. But find out what that goal is for yourself, and then find the medium that'll help you reach it.
Yes. It was just on Facebook that I saw this Brian Fanzo, who is huge into Periscope. Yeah. And he shared that, last evening he was on Periscope, did a live, I forget if it was 20 minutes or something like that, Periscope session. Yes. And he outlined the stats of, he only put his website URL in there twice, but how many new email subscribers he gained. And he had 2 speaking gigs that reached out to him via Twitter DMs immediately afterwards. And he could attribute all of this to just sharing, being who he is, talking about, how we can help others online. He was doing it via Periscope. So he's found a medium that's connected with his audience, and he's getting real leads from that live streaming.
That's really cool because I mean, people, you think about it, they can see your thought leadership. One, they see what you're about. And two, we mentioned it earlier, they get to see who you truly are. So it's one thing to see who you're connected with and you read your content. It's a whole other thing to see your personality come through when you're in video, and that passion that can just sometimes cannot be duplicated.
Right.
So that's huge. And the other stat link, and I'll share it again, that I put here earlier, it mentioned executives that are watching video, and they said 80% more executives are watching more video than they did 2 years ago. So if you're trying to reach that B2B person, and that person, that decision maker, video is going to be a good medium to try to reach them.
That's a good stat.
Because they're busy, right?
That's an important stat. Yes, if that's a trend, because we're all trying to figure out what's the simplest way for us to digest the most information, to know what we need to know, to make the decisions we need to make. And if video is doing it, then that's it,
Yeah, that's huge. Reading the comments here, they're like, that's how I got started.
Wait a minute, do we have Brian in the house?
Is he in here?
He was?
Tipped out. We did.
I was just talking about him. Did he sense that?
So. And he said he joined. It said he joined, and then I don't know if he bounced out or not.
All right.
But we were talking about you, Brian. You had to stay.
Okay.
Oh, you tagged him. I see it.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, but he's a great one to follow to get started too, and just kind of see. He has a specific, niche. He's the fear of missing out guy. That's what I like about Brian. He tests everything out for all of us. But there's other people that you can learn from too. As you're getting started with video and finding your niche, seeing other people in the space that are doing it well too, and just kind of maybe picking up some tips and some habits and things that they're doing really successfully. Like you just mentioned Brian's about mentioning, his website link and how that helped grow his email list. So that's one thing that it would be a takeaway that someone's doing really well in video.
Yep. Can I give you one practical example of how it's working on Facebook? So on Tab Site, Facebook page, I ran a test, and basically my ultimate goal was to get people to a blog post. And so I did what I often do, which is a link post on Tab Site's Facebook page, and shared a little bit about what it was. And here's the link. And so, the link pulls in an image from the website, and I posted that. Okay. And then I already had it set up to go. I did a video ahead of time on my phone, 40 seconds tops. And basically all I did in that video was describe why this blog post was important, what it was about, and invited them to come over and check it out, use Facebook's call to action, and uploaded that video from my phone there. And then, so I basically launched those within a short time period of each other, and I let them run for a half hour and just watch the different dynamics on that. And it was astounding. I mean, the reach on the video one was over 1,100 reached in that 30-minute time period, where the other post was 300 something. So we were talking 3 to 4 times the amount of reach on that. And then, as a matter of fact, I even almost came close to the total number of video views. Watching that whole video was almost equivalent to just the people who saw the other post.
Wow, so, that's really cool.
Yeah, so it was astounding in that difference. So basically, people, Facebook reach is a topic that a lot of people talk about. That reach has gone down for pages. There's a lot of competition. People have more friends. They have more pages they've liked. There's a lot going on in that news feed. Facebook's trying to show them what they have, what they want to see, and that's based on cues from what they've done in the past. Who they've liked, who they've commented on, that type of thing. And people are liking videos, and videos are getting more reach. People they're showing them to more people because people are watching them, interacting with them, commenting on them. And so, that's a simple way to do it, is to think about, maybe you've got the same amount of content that you normally have. You've got a new blog post, you've got a new product out, but maybe you want to create a video this time and share it that way. I mean, maybe it's a both and. You're going to do the link post at some point in time, but you're also going to do the video post. And so that's just another means to get the word out there using video.
Yes, that is great. Another couple examples of that same kind of, and that aligned with that, is that I've had clients that have hosted a conference or, are having an event that's coming up, and we used video to promote it and kind of do a quick tour of the location. I know Social Media Examiner's done this with theirs, with the Social Media Marketing World Conference, but we just did a quick video of, here's the location, here's where you're going to check in, here's where it's at, here's some things that you can expect to have there, and just, elaborating on that and sharing that via video, and then we can repurpose that over and over again.
Yep.
We've also used it for clients that are running a contest to, one, talk about the contest, and then two, to announce the winner so they can see the person's name being drawn or whatever it may be, but highlighting that. And that's been just a huge reach. Like you said, just more people watching it and sharing it and having that engagement on it.
You know what we need to do? Because I think one of the biggest barriers is people have trouble thinking about, what do I make the video about? What do I do? Yeah. And we almost need to create a blog post where we just talk about those topical ideas and have a list of those. I mean, just because, retail, you think about it right now at retail, and you're entering into Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Okay. So if you're retail, your storefront, I don't care, even if you're online, you can create a video about your special offers, your Black Friday deals, your Cyber Monday deals. You can do a simple product demo. You can show, hey, this product is going to be, on sale, and you can talk about that for a little bit and put that video up. So, that's in the retail side. Then not to leave out, the B2B side, you can do some talk about your service or about, demonstrating some of the benefits, just a descriptive video, an introductory video. There's pieces.
Meet the team.
Yeah,
virtual tour.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you've seen the guys in Michigan that they do refurbished MRI equipment, MRIs, so it's like block imaging. There it is, block imaging, and they're doing great videos, and it's about the industry trends, what you need to know if you're in that industry. It's B2B related there, but they're using video greatly, and then bringing people over to their website where you can sign up for more video, the industry guide or resource, and they're capturing leads that way. So B2C, B2B, video is there.
Yeah, we have a client and he sells Toro lawnmowers, and he just does a quick tip on little things on what you can do with your mower, and it's just, here's how you change your oil. If you hear the sound, this is what it could be. And just like little quick tip videos. And within a week's time, he has 1,000 views, on his video, and in this small community in Ohio, but just from doing those videos.
Right.
Yeah. And it's great. We love doing that for the Meet the Team, just celebrating frequently asked questions, like we mentioned, with video. And then testimonials are huge with video. We have a contracting client that we work with, and we have them do the video testimonials, because it's one thing to see a written one with signed by a name, but if you have a testimonial where you can walk through the full storyline on what happened and show pictures to tie in. The client I'm referencing is a contractor, and they go in and do restoration on homes, after a severe tragedy, whether it's flood or house burnt or whatever.
Yep.
They'll go in, they'll take pictures, and then, show just footage kind of through the process, and then have that testimonial at the end. It speaks volumes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we covered some of the simple, basic versions. I talked about that. Did you want to go into a little bit more of the advanced video and the values of some of those pieces?
Yeah. And I want to address a question on the side too, as we dive in this. Have you been posting your videos over YouTube? Yes, we've been, these specific videos here from Magnet Marketers. Yes, we've been uploading them to YouTube after the blab has ended, and we've seen a great return on it. Actually, one of the best videos I have on YouTube was just free social media trainings, just like this, 15,000 views in a year's time, just of offering kind of free training. So yes, YouTube is where it's at for searchability. Number 2 search engine in the world.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's definitely put your videos there. So in the advanced level of video, this is where you will be diving into creating a complete strategy with your video and what you want to get out. I like to say start with your evergreen videos first, the videos that should be kind of your base, depending on what industry that you're in, but just kind of the who we are, meet the team, kind of your why statement on your video, some frequently asked questions, almost like that come up in your blogs, are things that you would need to show clients what to do or how to do something, but starting there with your base. And add I love this tip here. You can also add business videos to your Google Maps. Yep. So those evergreen videos would go there as well. But this is definitely where you're going to dive into YouTube, because YouTube, like we just mentioned, is the number 2 search engine in the world. When it's come to searching, you're always going to YouTube University, is what I call it, to learn how to do something or to get information. And, you have to have your videos there on YouTube.
Right. Yep.
Higher quality, though, not your cell phone shaky videos.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about your process? Say you have somebody that comes to you and wants to do that kind of video. And let's say maybe talk about time length and the process that you're going to go through with them.
Yeah. So it is a timelier, there's time that goes into creating videos.
Yep.
One, you have to talk about your idea. Is there an audience there for it? And we search and see what's out there and kind of what kind of results that they've had. And, depending on the industry, we'll come up with things that we think would definitely be their evergreen starter videos. And they work with a strategist to kind of whiteboard out the full idea of the video. Think about who's going to be in the videos. The worst thing about video is if you have this grand idea of what you want in your mind, like you've seen this commercial or something, and it's just very big and bold, but really you don't have the setting to do it or the actors or actresses to pull it together. It's not going to look the same way as what you imagine. So we look at who's going to be in the video and what is their comfort level? Like, are they comfortable in front of the camera? Is it an acting spot where we're going to be doing any kind of fun, viral kind of video? What is realistic for that client? So we'll plan that out with them. And then when we set up, it usually takes an hour kind of ahead of time to get set up. We bring lights, mics, backgrounds, timeline. So if we're moving to multiple different locations, and you got to think for shooting about a 30-second spot, you're probably going to be there realistically 4 hours shooting.
Okay.
And then 8 hours additional for editing, so it's not a quick thing. But you always want to get more than enough footage. So we always, get more than enough, a lot of B-roll that we can use a later time. And then, we'll work with the clients for our approval process. We create the animation that would go in the videos. We record the sound and the video separate. We use DSLR cameras to record our videos. We love that. And then we have kind of some lights that are set up, like I said, and then splash screens to make the lighting look good.
Yep. Yeah, and so there's a spectrum where we're talking about the quick videos on your phone, all the way up to what you just outlined there. And there's value in both, and there's value in all those. It's a matter of what you need, what your goals are, and evaluating those, knowing what those are.
Yeah, because you're going to have to invest more in the professionally produced videos. One, in the equipment. For all of our equipment that we use, we probably have $15,000 worth of equipment and just video equipment to shoot it, and then the editing software. And then you are also going to be purchasing the background music. So like the royalty-free music. No, you cannot put a Taylor Swift song in the back of your video. You have to purchase the royalty-free music that you can have in the background. And we try to stick with the same kind of theme for the client and match it to their personality or their business and have that follow suit. So when you hear that music coming in and that intro that's cool, that's that's that client's video that you're watching.
Yep.
So there's a little bit that goes into it. It's a lot more expensive. It's investment, but it's also a high quality video. So it's not the cell phone videos.
Nope.
But there's definitely a place for both. you know?
Yes. Now, how about that question that came in there about favorite lens, Prime or Zoom? Is that I'll let you address that one since
This may be
your
our
team's
video
in there.
production managers. I go with whatever one makes me look thinner. I don't know. John may have a different answer to that question. I don't actually do the videos in our
Recording. Yep.
office. Yeah, John Flanagan, he's our video production manager, and he does all the video magic.
Yep.
Call him the
We're
video
here to
ninja.
tell you why video is
I know why it's
important
important.
and the ways that you can use it and
Yeah.
how you can use it to enhance your business. And there's kind of all kinds of things. So you can talk about specials and you can talk about offers. You can describe your products, your services. You can have the testimonials that we talked about. And it's a way to personalize your brand. It's a way for you to have a differentiating factor, so someone can get to know you as opposed to the guy down the street who says he does the same type of thing. So those are all keys that you can use. It's becoming more and more important today, just because people with their smartphone devices are consuming. They're ready to consume video more readily, and so it's just becoming a tool and a means that we need to use.
Absolutely. Even if you're following up with someone, an email, here's another way I'm using it. I'm using it in the sales process. I found a site called BombBomb. I don't know if you've heard of it before. I'm going to put the link in here. But this is what I've been using to follow up after meetings with clients, and both in the sales process and then also just for meetings that are follow-ups from a meeting that requires like more information. So thank you. Thank you for joining us today. But BombBomb, you follow up. So here's what it does. It takes your video and it embeds it right into your email. You can search and add it into your Google Chrome bar. And then when you add it into your email, you can say whether you're wanting to send a traditional email or if you want to send a BombBomb video email. It templates your email to your business, but then embeds your video right into your email and it will play right through there. And they have some stats on there on, the 60% more open rate on your email, which is huge because industry standards like 10%. And they have some stats that 3/4 or people watch 3/4 of the video typically. BombBomb.com. Did I put it wrong in there? Yes. There you go. Thank you.
Yep.
But at BombBomb, I've had great success following up after sales meetings, telling them thank you for the time, what I've heard from our meeting together, what the goals are, and what our action items are going to be from there, and then add in kind of all the items below that email, and then sending it back to clients. And I've had a great response from that, saying just thank you to someone that's helped out with something, and BombBomb's been huge. We're using it for a client too. They're in real estate to follow up after they're talking with someone on selling their home, and they put their report, for the home value right in that as well, and it kind of links together.
Yeah.
But you can set up drip campaigns right from BombBomb too, and I mean, one thing we didn't mention with video too, if you are setting up this, is that you can really create a full product out of just video. And sell it, screencast demos, everything just from using video.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And, one thing I was just trying to pull it up here that we didn't really talk about as well is, but you made me think about it with the thank you, and that is Twitter video. Have you, Twitter video I really like from the mobile app, just to be able to create a quick video that you can share with someone is just a nice personal way to connect and just to reach out that way to thank them. It's a little bit similar to what you talked about. Instead of just via email, it's coming via video, but Twitter makes that a nice integrated, simple thing to do. And I highly recommend taking a look at Twitter video as well.
Yeah, we've had great success with Twitter video. Actually, we've used it a couple times, both times when we went to a big conference. We've taken some just shots of the conference, and what's happening, and then encapsulated it in kind of a shorter video, and posted on Twitter, and then tagged everybody, the conference, using the conference hashtag, and use that. And then everyone was sharing it from there, and it just grew our following on Twitter, created some awareness around the brand itself, and you don't see as many Twitter videos out there. So it really helps you stand out. I'm sure that's going to be one that's going to be just like Facebook later. You're going to see more videos than not, but.
Right. Yep.
So as far as the tools and how to use video in your marketing, we talked about, getting set up, discovering where you're at, either basic level, and went through the action items there and places that you can use like Blab, Meerkat, Periscope, Facebook video, YouTube, but you do need that higher quality. That's more of the advanced, but getting set up on Twitter video, even short little Instagram snippets for 15-second to get started on video marketing, and making sure that you can use something that you can repurpose even later and reshare for marketing your business. We talked about some ideas, and I think we have our next blog on coming up with all those different ideas that you can use to get started for different industries, ways to use video.
Yep.
And then the advanced, having those evergreen, really great shots, that's really going to give a high value perception of who your company is. Reading the commentary, it would depend on getting the shots you want. Okay, you're answering the lens question. Thank you, Matt. Awesome.
I'd say people got to try it. You have to experiment, and today's the day because it's happening and it's evolving, and so today's the day to begin just experimenting with that. Yeah,
I'm just thinking of a couple of people that have like killed it with video. I mean, think of like Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah,
like he was founded like from doing these videos, right?
Yes.
Like Simon Sinek, some of the great thought leaders, just because they had this medium now that they could use brains over budget. You can get started. You can just put yourself out there and get noticed. I mean, those YouTube sensations now, even in the music industry and just all over. I mean, just think of everything that we've found to be a video.
Right. Yep. Tell you what I'm going to do today is I'm going to send out some thanks to people with Twitter videos after this blab, for being here with us. So
there you go. That's a good one.
We'll start trying to get a loyal audience by reaching out to them. How about that?
That's awesome. I did have, from people that were at our sessions before, they sent me some messages saying, oh, this holiday week, I'm not able to join, but they're liking what we're putting out.
Okay. So they're even reaching out ahead of time, telling you that. That's nice of them. Yeah.
Cool. So next week, though, we are going to be talking and diving into lead gen. So we can follow up from this one. If you're starting to use marketing and video marketing, I should say, how to encapsulate that to your inbound marketing strategy and lead generation. So how you can, create the opt-in and then follow up with some nurturing. So that'll be next week on Tuesday at 4.
Looking forward to that, because I think it's another topic people have trouble with. What is my opt-in? What do I offer? What do I do? So that's what we want to dive into. Give them some ideas.
Exactly. Show them some case studies on what's worked as well. So we hope to see everyone back here next week, 4 p.m. on Tuesday. And if there's any other questions, go ahead and put them in. I'll share the link below for our next lab. And then Mike, any other finishing thoughts? Video?
Not necessarily, other than in the U.S. here, it's going to be Thanksgiving on Thursday. So I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And if you are of the type that likes to read blogs, then on TabSite's blog, we're going to have an epic Thanksgiving blog post related to social media that comes out this Thursday in 2 days.
Awesome. Yeah. Did you see our pictures? I think I'm still like stuff from our team Thanksgiving dinner yesterday.
Did you? Okay. Yeah.
3 like long tables of Thanksgiving stuff. So
there you go. Did it right.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording.
Okay, take care.